Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Tuesday the 23rd of May. Here you can see we have our tables in front of us, and the fact that the New Zealand yen continues to dominate here is something we're going to be discussing in the video at some point today. But one currency pair that has come back to the tables is the Aussie US dollar. So we actually traded Aussie US dollar short on the 17th of May, around about the 0.67 handle, and we profited around about 90 pips on that trade. And what we were looking for was the price to continue lower. However, the Australian dollar then went away from the tables. However, it's now back, so we've got the confluence again, we've got the confirmed signal again. So this is where I'm going to be focusing some attention in this video. So I've got the Aussie US dollar here on the hourly chart. Like I said, the last time we discussed it, we were looking to get short around about this 0.67 handle. We managed to jump on a short there, and we ended up banking the move after it broke down through these lows after we had a US data release, which drove price through those lows. So we wanted to take some profits off there as well, because the Australian dollar left the tables. Now, if you had just held this and just continued to hold this and you were still short, you're still 76 pips up. Price hasn't come all the way back to entry point yet, and so you still would be in profit. So I'm looking for another opportunity here, because if we go to the daily time frame, there's a couple of areas of interest for us. The first area of interest is the low of this range. So you can see price has been trading within the range for some time now. We have the highs up here at the 0.68 handle and the lows down here at the 0.6575. Now that's where I'm going to be looking to target on another move to the downside here. If price trades through the 0.6575, then we've got the 0.6525 as another point of interest as well. So a couple of areas that sellers could target. I'd like to target the sort of first point of interest, so that's where I'm going to be looking for to target on our shorts. Now I'm also looking to see if I can get an entry on this H1 chart once again, because we can see that some highs have formed around about the 0.6650 level, which could act as resistance again if price was to pull back. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for here. If price can pull back to that zone, can we see another sort of false breakout or a double top like we saw over here? And can we look to get short down to that 0.6575? Now, alternatively, price may just start to consolidate. That could offer a breakout opportunity. However, that would have to be on a lower time frame and would be more suited towards a day trading type of setup. Now, in yesterday's video, we featured Kiwi yen. Obviously, it's topping our tables at the moment, so we want to be focusing on whether Kiwi yen is going to continue to trade to the upside here. Now, in yesterday's video, again, we kind of highlighted on this H1 chart this consolidative area, and that if price was to break higher, it could offer an area or an opportunity to see price trade to the upside. So if you did trade that move there, you could have had at least 60 pips out of that market. If you didn't and you're waiting for the retest, well, you can see that price has actually formed sort of a bullish rejection candle off of these previous H1 highs. So that could be something of interest. You know, if you look at the lower time frame, what I would expect if we were to see a change of trend here and price continue higher, I would expect the price to start forming higher highs and higher lows, let's say in this 5-minute time frame, in order to be a confirmed buyer. Now, the other alternative is, now price has kind of formed this, you could put a buy stop order at the 86.75 area, because price is going against that at the moment. So you'd only be triggered in if the momentum was going with you again, and then I'd look to target back at the 87.20 highs or the overall sort of targets, which is the 87.50. My only concern with Kiwi yen at the moment is that we're kind of at the sort of boundary of this weekly range. So that's my only concern. It's almost like now we've hit that, is price going to continue higher, considering it's such a strong level of resistance? So that's the other thing that I can only note here, is that we're kind of stalling at that point. Now, obviously, we also looked at dollar yen yesterday as well. Dollar yen featured here on the tables, and what we were looking for was a confirmed close above this area of resistance, which is that 137.75. Now we did technically on the daily time frame get that close above again, which does suggest, you know, we should be looking for a bullish move up to those overall targets of the 142 handle. However, it's not quite come to fruition just yet. I'm still waiting to see how price forms here. Now, the good thing that I've seen is that you can see these kind of 4-hour candles, this kind of pullback here has been quite shallow in depth. So that to me suggests that although there's some selling here, it's not aggressive selling. It's not like this candle, for instance, where we've got really strong aggressive selling, or like this candle in here. In fact, it's sort of like a very shallow pullback. So, you know, if we go to the hourly, for instance, we're starting to find a bit of support back down in this areas where buyers have stepped back in. So there could be an opportunity here to be a buyer of dollar yen. I think the safest opportunity would be to set another order around about 138.77 with your stops below the lows, looking to target that 142 handle. Again, the reason being is because the momentum will drag you into the trade rather than you trying to buy it on the way back down. So that could be something to look for in these type of current market conditions. So hopefully that made sense. Keep your eyes on Aussie US dollar as well as your dollar yen and your Kiwi yen. I like where Aussie US dollar is at the moment in terms of it's starting to show signs of further bearish price action. So I'm interested in another potential sell here. So we'll see how that one develops. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.